Angry Joe, I'm back with Antoine for Capcom and Devil May Cry. So this is another one that people out there have a very strong opinion on, and probably one of the first questions for this one that fans have is, obviously, he has changed. His look has changed. Some people love it, some people think not a big deal. Others hate it. They, kind of call it like emo, kind of vampire, Twilight, stuff. So I got to ask you, for the fans, will there be an option to use classic Dante, maybe a DLC skin or a skin period or something in the game unlockable? Will his looks change?
Currently, that is our character, right? It's only him. To be fair, he's changed. Yeah, the look has changed a little bit. I've never seen the internet talking about hair color, so much in my life. When we announced the game, it was brilliant. But to be fair, mate, it's still Dante in terms of attitude. We've changed the look. He's younger. He's a bit more brutal, yes. But when you hear him speaking, in terms of attitude, it's him. So you'll have to play the game. But yeah, it's definitely Dante.
I did play the game. He does have the same attitude, and it wasn't quite as bad as I thought, but I know some people are still not going to be into it. So do you have, will we be able to change his looks and get the old classic white hair back?
Currently, that's the only look he's got, and you know what? We really want the player, everyone, to try the game like you did, and experience the real Dante for themselves.
Well, I did see when you go into the devil mode here that he actually does change. His costume gets brighter, he's red, and he's got white hair. Can you explain about that mechanic in the game?
Yeah, so he's sort of freeing the demon inside of him, revealing his demon powers, and the hair turned white. Can't give you any spoilers about that, but expect something, story-wise based on this. Have a look at that. We've got more. We've revealed today a new boss called Poison. Poison is at the origin of basically in the world of Devil May Cry, this new Devil May Cry. Behind each big corporation in the world, there is a demon: fast food, media, banking system. It tackles themes, very modern themes like the credit crunch and everything. And the Poison boss we've got here is actually responsible for creating the energy drinks that keep mankind under control from the demon. That's all I can say.
Interesting. Okay, so we got an interesting story. These stories is obviously, like in previous games, we're going to be driven by cutscenes. We're going to get several levels. About how long do you think the experience is going to be?
Well, it depends how good you are at playing, DMC and how good you are at action games. I would say for the first playthrough, between 10 and 15 hours, roughly.
And DMC has been notoriously hard in the past. Can you speak to a little bit about the difficulty of this game, if you can select difficulty levels, and if that classic hard gameplay is back?
I think for hardcore DMC player, they're gonna love it, because if you really want to master the game and perform triple S's combo all the time, it's gonna take some time. But also it's more accessible. You can go through the game for someone who's not as much into action game as a hardcore DMC fan. You can also play the game, enjoy the story, enjoy the combat, but probably not at the same level as a hardcore DMC fan would.
So will Dante be like before, leveling up, unlocking abilities, and then perhaps changing the way he looks with different weapons and things like that, or is it a little bit different? Can you explain?
Yeah, sure. So he's got, you can swap from like the normal, the trademark weapons of Dante: Rebellion, Ebony and Ivory. Okay, that's his sort of human stance. He's got angel weapons and demon weapons as well. So angel ones are kind of really fast and for crowd control. The demon ones are slow but much more powerful. So you're gonna have to mix and match all that, create a strategy, adapting your strategy depending on who you're fighting, etc., etc.
So what I've seen is looking good. Will we have any new abilities as Dante? And can you explain? Do we level him up and those kinds of things?
Well, first you can upgrade your weapons and combos as well. Same principle as the previous one, with red orbs, etc. But also, using angel and demon powers. You've got the angel leaf where you can actually lift yourself to an enemy or to a platform. The demon pool where it does the exact opposite. So expect a lot of more traversal also in this game.
And the combat, it flows really naturally. It feels good. It feels solid. So I'm really excited about it. Now, I have to ask you, former fans out there, DLC. Will we be seeing day one DLC or disc lock content? Because we got to get away from those kinds of practices.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, we haven't confirmed anything regarding the Devil May Cry yet. But as you've seen in online and in the press, we're looking at our DLC plan. We're reviewing it, and DMC will be part of the sort of new generation of DLC plan, whatever that is.
We want to focus on the game. We don't want to focus on business practices with the DLC, whether it's right or wrong and all that good stuff. So It's all about the game. Excited about it. Can you tell us, when we'll be seeing the game come out?
So the game is out on the 15th of January everywhere, Europe and US, on PS3 and X360, and there is a PC version trailing as well afterwards.
What's the release date on the PC?
Not announced yet, after the console one, but yeah, it's going to be 2013.
Okay. And is there any DLC plans? Because it's not about not wanting to pay for DLC. If it's good DLC, we want to pay for it. So are there any DLC plans?
No, not that I'm aware of right now, but you never know. You never know if people likes it and pick up the game. Then we'll offer some more experience, some more DMC experience to the player.
So speaking again to the new look of Dante and sort of this new world, is this a reboot? Is this a reimagining? Are we starting over?
I would call it's a retelling of Dante's origin story. The first 4 Devil May Cry, they still exist, they're still there, the lore is there, the legend is there. It's just a retelling, he's younger, it's not a prequel or whatever, it's just a retelling of his origin story. For the future, we'll see what happens. For the moment, we're concentrating on that game. But it's a retelling of Dante's origin story.
Missed.
But we will find you. We will destroy you. It's only a matter of time.
Okay, well, I'm excited about it, and thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, and we'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
Sweet.
Just like your old mother.
Poor mother. I don't know my mother, but if you're calling me a son of a bitch, you wouldn't be the first.
This is Bob Barbas of the Raptor News Network. Just doing God's work.
Hey, Bob, put a spin on this.